Great scholars, let us consider the bar charts today. In the previous class, we treated the pictogram, and I said in that class that in pictogram we use pictures to representing statistical information or data. That we want to consider the bar charts today. Bar charts as rectangular bars. We use rectangular bars in bar charts. These rectangular bars, we have equal width. The base of each of the bar will be the same, while the height of the bars are different because they ought to be proportional to the size of the frequency. The height of the bars will be proportional to the size of each frequency that is given, while the base of the bars we have the same size, or they have the same width. All the bars we have the same width. So you need a ruler. You need a ruler if you are going to plot, if you're going to draw your bar chart on a plain paper. If you're writing WASI and you want to draw your bar chart on a plain paper, you will need a ruler to help you measure exact width for all the bars. The height of the bars are going to be different because the frequencies are also different. The frequencies you're using to plot or to draw the bar chart are different. They're not the same. That is why the height will be different, but the width of each of the bar will be the same. The bars will all have the same width. So you need a ruler to do that. Then if you're using your graph book to doing that, which of course I'll also show you in other classes, your graph book already has squares on it. So with the help of the squares, you know how many squares that each of the bar we need to have as width. So that will be easier for you to deal with. So let us quickly see. I said the bar chart has equal widths but different heights that are proportional to the frequency that you are using. Now, to draw a bar chart, you need the vertical axis, which is the standing line. You need the vertical axis, which is the standing line. The bar chart, you need the vertical line. This is it. You also need your horizontal line. The horizontal line. The vertical line is on the vertical part. The numbers you write here are your the frequencies. So here's your frequency. Frequency. If it is mathematics that you're dealing with, your graph in quadratic or equation that you're dealing with, yes, always your y-axis, the dependent variable. The dependent variable. It is also called the ordinate. Yes, also called your ordinate or the dependent variable or the y-axis. For statistics, here is the frequency. And yes, this part is your score. Your score will be written here. Here's your x-axis. If you're plotting graphs for equations, your x-axis is also called your abscissa. Yes, also your abscissa. I say yes, called your ordinate. Yes, called your abscissa. Now for the bar charts, I say we use rectangular bars in drawing the bar chart. Now for you to do that, if you're drawing that on a plain paper, like I said, if on a plain paper, if the paper is not a graph paper but on a plain paper, probably you've drawn your quadratic graph or other equation graph on the graph given to you or attached to your booklet, and you still want to deal with this statistical graph. It means you're going to draw that now on a plain paper of your booklet. So you need to measure since I said a bar chart has equal width, you need to measure the width of the bars using your ruler. If you want to use 5 centimeters for each of the base or the width, then you're going to measure 5. And because bar chart has spaces, the bars of a bar chart are not joined together, they are spaced. They are spaced. The bars of a bar chart are not joined together, but they are spaced. So if you're using 5 centimeters for each of the bar, it means that after 5 centimeters, you decide yourself if you're going to allow 1 centimeter before you count another 5 centimeters, or if you're going to allow 2 centimeter before you count another 5 centimeter, since each of the base of the bar is 5 centimeter by width standard. So since they all have the same basis or the same width, if you're using 3 centimeter for the width or for the base, then you also decide if the number of space you're going to leave to create another bar. So I'm going to do that here right away. Here we have that on our ruling. So I'm going to measure from my own. I want to leave 1 centimeter for each of the space provided. So I'll leave the 4 centimeter, the first here. So my first bar will start from here. There'll be a space here. 2, 3. I'll be using 3. I'll leave 1 centimeter here and go to that in that manner. I'll leave 1 centimeter and go to the next one. I'll leave 1 centimeter and go to the next one in that manner. Now, these are the dots on the board. So your barrel should be the dots. So you draw the first bar. The first bar is drawn in this manner. And it's here. Leave that space. Come over here. You can see I'm careful also in trying to do what I'm doing. Leave that space. Come over. Fill it up here. Leave that space. Come over in this manner. So you have your bars in this form. Now I drill this because my ruler seems to be covering much of my part. So you see, even using a board, I try to be careful. So here is a bar. This bar ends here. I want to reduce this. As many as the frequencies I have, this one ends here. So here we have the bar chart on the board there displayed. You can see the space. The width seems to be the same here, 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 here. And look at the space created. Look at the spaces created. Look at the spaces created in that manner. Look at the space. The bars are not joined together. Look at the space created. Look at the space created. So this is how your bar chart looks like in this form. You are not to dot the space. I just did that for you to understand better that bar charts are not joined together. They are spaced. Look at the first space. The first bar, I need to create a space of 1 centimeter from the vertical line before starting the bar. After having the bar complete, I need to create another 1 centimeter before starting another bar in that manner. So these are the spaces that were created in the course of drawing the bar. Look at them here. Look at them. Look at it. Look. In that manner. So there we have the bar chart on the board. So you'll be giving your frequency, you'll be giving your score, and all you need to do is to draw the bar chart. They'll ask you present the information using a bar chart. Let us quickly deal with this example here that we have here. Look at this. They'll give you a table, a frequency table. Look at the table given to us here that we should product. Product is given. The number processed, which is your frequency, and here is the result. So here we have that. Soap, we have 5. Maggi, we have 3. Bread, we have 4. Malt, we have 2. Gary, we have 7. Then beans, we have 5. You're asked to present this information using the bar chart. Present this information using the bar chart. Now, after understanding what I've said so far, how do you present this? This is your frequency, and this is your horizontal part. The product will be on the horizontal part. Draw your vertical line, that is it, and the horizontal line. Look at the range of numbers. Look at the range of numbers. Number there ends at 7. The smallest is 2, but anyway, you can start from 1. So here, the point where the 2 lines will meet will be your 0. So we have 1, 2. This part is also measured carefully. This part is also measured carefully. So use your ruler to measure if each of the number will be in 5 centimeter or 3 centimeter difference. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Here is your frequency or number purchase. That is it. Then we have your product here. We have the product here. The first product is soap. So I want to give a gap of that space. The first product is soap. Soap is 5. So I'll draw it from there 5. You draw a straight line in that manner. 5. Good. That is it. Then the next one is Maggie. Maggie is 3. Look at here. Leave a space. Here's the Maggie. Bread is 4. Here's your 4. That is your bread. Your malt is 2. That is your malt. Your Gary is 7. Gary is 7. Please use your rulers to do this. Gary is 7, that is it, Gary. And your beans is 5. Your beans is 5. That is your bar chart. So you can see the information presented there carefully. That's a bar chart. You need to be careful when doing that. You need to be careful when doing that. I've used my free hand to sketch that for you to see. Your bar should be straight. Your bar should be straight. In that manner. You need straight bars. You can see the bar should be straight. In that manner, you have your bars now on the board clearly. So with what we've done so far, if you're asked to represent any information using the bar chart, that is what you should do. That is what you should do. Carefully draw out your bars in this form. So here we have the bar chart presented now. So we are able to present this information using the bar chart. So this is our statistical graph. The distance created, you can see there seems to be equal. But if you're doing yours, ensure you get the right measurement. Ensure you place your rulers properly to get the right measurement, please. If you're doing yours, ensure you place your rulers properly to get the right measurement. So today's class we have considered the bar charts. and I've shown you how to go about. Say bar chart has rectangular bars. Bar chart is made up of rectangular bars with equal widths but different heights that are proportional to the frequency given, and the bar chart are also spaced. They are not joined together, and this is how we go about bar chart. In our next class, we shall be considering other aspects of our statistical graphs. But carefully go through what we've done today and ensure you practice. You can create a table for yourself. You can change these numbers and try to create the bar chart for the new table you're going to have. Thank you.